sunny day. Everything just feels so good today. You know what I'm saying? I just see a new light. You know what I'm saying? I can see the trees. I'm not blind anymore. Since I met you, Jesus Christ. See, there's a smile on my face that comes from within, from up above. I've been so alone. Yeah. I've been so let down. Some of my closest family and friends, they could not be found. Yeah. I called on them day and night. Got no answer. They didn't help me out. But when I called on Jesus, his line was clear. Answer my call and wiped away every one of my tears. He held me in his so tender arms and loved me so ever, gentle and warm. Gave me his peace that comes from within. Loose my shackles and set me free. I should be playing some rap music. I had to get up here about this. We're gonna talk about what's going on with not Charlie and all this and that. We're gonna talk about this Cardi B thing and how it relates, where I've seen it play out in personal life circumstances and what they are trying to do as far as influencing the youth and all of that, and just foolish people. I think I think it's okay for her to not want to, what is it? How can I say this? Anyway, okay, she got pregnant. She ain't getting rid of it. Okay, that's a good thing if you believe in pro-life and all this and that, which is cool. But to celebrate it, this is something that should be celebrated. And y'all might say that she is not a part of the community, the black community, but a lot of black women and young girls, even young girls in my family, they look up to her and they need to know that this is not okay. Now, we're not trying to judge or stone nobody or shame nobody or do no patriarchal stuff, because by no means am I with the patriarchy bullshit. I'm not with it. But if you're going to play that patriarchal game, and we know we still have patriarchy that does exist, even though it's the rise of the divine feminine, you still have the mindsets of women and men that judge women, and they really judge our community. Now, not saying that she don't say that she's a black woman, but they use her as a plant for to represent like how we are in America, and people looking at her as a lighter skinned black woman. She's always talking about how she like them dark and country and all that kind of slang. She try to, slang it like she's a sister or whatever, which she is, Afro-Latina, or, she's a Dominican Republic, from the Dominican Republic, but they look at her as a black Dominican, as a Afro black or whatever, which is no such thing as black. But anyway, with what the standards they got as black, they look at her as like a black woman or whatever. And they looking at her as being over here in America as representing how we act. So I got to get on this because I'm about community, building community. And I'm not so much about getting married and staying married to somebody that's abusing you, hurting your children and all that. I'm not about that. And if you're going to stay single and whatever, working on your womb, healing your womb, that's fine. But if you playing this game, the patriarchal game, I don't think it makes very much sense to go from a husband. Yeah, he was cheating, but that was your husband, and like somebody said, and the father of your children, to suspectedly, allegedly homosexual. Now, I ain't saying Offset is perfect. He got some mess with him too. I don't know him personally, but I sort of do know his people or whatever. Not personally, but my ex was, in relations to his family members and stuff. He knows them very well. I've met them, and I don't have no favorites in this or none of that. But I'm just saying, why would you go from being a wife to being a side piece to a man that's allegedly, yeah, he might got money, and y'all might say she got money. That ain't everything, because you can take a woman, a hoe out of the whole house, But you can't take the hoe out of a hoe, and you can take. Not saying that that's what she is. I'm just saying, the saying, you can take the man out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the man. So this is what I want to get into. I'm not gonna be here long because I need to be doing a video and going by what YouTube tell you to do. But I had to get up here on this, and I got a peaceful background because this, yeah, we about to get into it, and people gonna be offended. They're going to be offended, of course, because they saying this is women freedom and women empowerment, and a woman can do what she want to do. And you're being my son God is supposed to be a spiritual woman, and you're not with the patriarchy. You shouldn't be saying anything about what Cardi B is doing. Well, I am, because it affects the community. And I just had a family member to tell me today they were listening to her album and how it's all right and she can do what she want to do and it doesn't affect them. Well, yeah, it does, because when you have kids listening to that music and think it's okay to have a husband and this yeah, we going to the rise of the feminine energy, but that's not women's empowerment. That's a woman that need to be healed and need a break in between pregnancies and need some time to do some shadow work, because you don't jump from the frying pan to the pot with the oil in it. Because, honey, that ain't doing better. That ain't upgrading. Because that man is, he not even recognizing her as his girlfriend. And he got all these babies that's been born and the babies on the way. And he ain't even claiming you. And it's okay for him to cheat, but it ain't okay for husband to cheat. Come on now. Yeah, and I know Offset got some mess with him. He might not be no perfect dude. I ain't even saying that he was a good husband. Yeah, he was cheating, but she didn't ever say nothing about him being a bad father. And now you were complaining about Offset was not spending time with the children. What was Offset not doing? Offset was cheating all the time. And he was a fuck boy and stupid and this and that. What do you think you're gonna go through now with this ball after you? Do you not know that it's gonna be much worse with this athlete that's not your husband? At least I ain't never heard Offset say too much bad stuff about it. And I know he got some shit with him because he from, you know what I'm saying, some areas where some of the people that I know that's them real they have trip, those men are trip. But at the same time, that was your husband. And this man ain't even claiming you as his girlfriend. And you was complaining about your husband cheating, being a fuck boy, not spending enough time. Okay, let's say if this man provide the financial resources, what the fuck is money when you don't have the love and the partnership and the security? How in the hell you putting out a song and got these women listen to some song about somebody that make you feel safe and gonna heal? Can't nobody heal you. You gotta heal yourself. And can't nobody make you feel safe. You gotta feel safety within. You can't put you gonna put your security, your safety, and your healing on a man that you just met. And if he cared, in my opinion, if you cared about yourself and your body and healing and shadow work and even your physical body, because honey, I pray that you don't go and get no surgeries right out. That when you have a baby, you are at the Bible even said, and I don't even condone everything, but I use it as a tool. It said you are within a hair of death every time you have a baby. You mean to tell me you're going to put your life on the line all these many times? For what? And yeah, your husband, you going to have a baby with your husband, but this man ain't proved nothing. You supposed to go from being a wife to another wife, baby. You don't supposed to go from being no wife to no side piece or no jump off for no athlete. They don't give a damn if he got y'all value that. Let me tell you. Let me break down some real economics to you. That dollar ain't got no, yeah, they make it seem like it's they trying to crash that out. It ain't got no value to it since 2005. It was valued at what, 0.06 cents back then. Now it has no value. And y'all talking about she got enough money to afford. She ain't got enough mentality and enough healing and brain cells. Cause when them kids get older and they look back on this, let me tell you before I play this video, and I'm not gonna be up here because I need to be doing, like I said, I need to be doing a YouTube video, not of this, but I had to jump up here. You got enablers, you got industry plants, and they really trying to influence out. That's what they trying to do. They ain't think about the old fools that's, trying to live vicariously through this buffoonery. But honey, they trying to influence these young children These young, that's the threat. Is these indigenous, what they say, I don't condone black, but these melanated children is the threat. They trying to brainwash them that it's okay to do stuff like, do you know what this is gonna? So I know of a situation, a personal situation, where somebody, they wasn't even out here doing all that. They was married, but they, some of our people don't get divorces and stuff like that. But they had a baby in between of being legally married. 5 years, I think, after they was set. They might have been separated. No, they might have been separated about 5 years, but they didn't get no divorce, so they had a baby. Well, legally in that state, that baby had to have that name of the husband. That was not that man's baby. Okay. But that child ended up with that husband name, but that wasn't the husband's child. Okay. Fast forward. They get back together years later when this child is like probably like a teen, like a preteen. Do you know that man had a right to be upset that that child that wasn't his had his last name? Now the lady, I know this situation personally, firsthand. The lady acted like he was overreacting, but no, he was not overreacting. And I don't care if you think he was no good, this and that and the third. That ain't right. That shit. Imagine I would be upset if I was a drunk on the street and my wife that I was still married to gave the child my name that she had with another. Do you know how that made the child feel when they got older and heard the talks of this and the how it all went down and the reason why they had that last name and that's not their blood name? This is serious. This messiness that they celebrate. Number one, the Breakfast Club should be shut down. That Charlemagne the God and them, they always enabling fucked up people. They should have been shut down a long time ago. So they like a what you call it? They've been put there to do the job they doing, which is some bullshit. They influence and do that ignorant shit. That's why them elite people think we stupid when they put people like Camilla Harris in there to tell us that she eat collard greens or wash collard greens in the bathtub and all this dancing and for stupid shit. They think we stupid. Like they think they put all of us in this box like, oh yeah, you ain't got to do nothing. They just give a baby to anybody and they don't care about marriage. Come on, y'all. We got to do better. We got to raise the standards back up. Okay. I'm not even with the bullshit of the patriarchy, but come on. If you're going to play the game, play for keys. Don't be out here doing dumb shit and think it's okay to be sitting up here doing shit like this. It's not all right. It's 2025. Back in them days, we were being raised by baby boomers. We didn't have the knowledge that is here now. We were stupid and I was still trying to get married and have kids and do it like the religious way say. And I won't even, I was ignorant. I was naive. I was fucking naive. And I was still trying to not have no whole lot of baby. I ain't saying that you bad when you know better. All I'm saying is do better when you know better. I was like, I'm not having a bunch of kids out of wedlock. Like they say, a woman can control. You can control having a baby. And I didn't even know that the barefoot and pregnant thing is some foul shit that men use as a weapon. They said when a woman was barefoot, he took the woman's shoes in the wintertime so she couldn't leave. In the summertime, he get her pregnant and then take the shoes in the back in the days, take the shoes in the wintertime. Ain't that some shit? I didn't know that that's what that meant. That's a wet pregnant. Man, pregnancy is something that's serious. And it's not always a good thing because it's used as a weapon to hurt women. I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of women that got out of here as being a melanated. If you look anything like a melanated woman, I don't care how light your skin is, but if they look at your hair texture, they look at your features, and they know when you a nigga. They know who's considered under the status of European, baby, and who's considered under the status of being a negroid, a negro, a nigger, a nigga. They know, and that's dangerous. I don't care how much money you have in education, and if you're not of their bloodline, you going into that hospital having a baby, man, you entering dangerous territory. And I done had children, so I know you can be healthy, but when you have a baby, you very vulnerable. You vulnerable for the whole 9 months, and you vulnerable when you go in there to have that child. I mean, it's these men and it's women, like they said, it's women like that making it hard for these women that's raising the standard because a man gonna be like, what I gotta do all this and prove all this to you? I got 30 women out there ready to lay down and have my baby. I ain't got to put no ring on their finger. I ain't got to do nothing but show up. They let me ski. And that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, and it's our fault. I mean, I ain't saying, yeah, it's our fault because we should have raised our standards. We should raise our standards because you know them women, they might have had so many I ain't saying to go out here and get rid of them and have abortions and stuff like that, but they would not have babies before they get married. Them what is it, Becky's and them, Karen's and them, a lot of them, they will get married. A lot of them that's on the higher level, you got to marry them first. That they still about it, my dad. You got the ones now that don't let their hair down. They'll have a baby or whatever and with a man, or but the ones that's really holding up the banners, that you got to marry them to get a baby. I don't know what they do in between. They controlling it. They controlling how they have a baby. You don't just get pregnant by every man that you sleep with. Come on, especially when you just had a baby and you haven't. Anyway, yeah. Let me play this. I got to play this. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is Six the Goddess. And she's saying some really good stuff about this. Let me go back into this.
All of the things, okay?
I'm gonna start it out.
I already know what most of you are going to say when I discuss certain things. When we have this conversation today, if you have an individualistic mindset, majority of what I'm going to talk about probably won't resonate with you. If you are a why do you care, I do what I want, why does it matter type of person, 90% of this conversation is about to be had is going to go over your head, okay? This conversation will make sense to people with community mindsets, people with mindsets about a program, how what one does absolutely does affect the other, about what we accept for ourselves, standards we set for ourselves, boundaries, etc. Okay, so I understand most people, especially Black women, have a very much don't tell me what to do, why do you care? But it's very confusing because in the same breath, you always complain about how you're underprotected, underrepresented. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, it's funny how we always talk about as Black women that we are not protected. We're the most at risk and vulnerable, where we harm the most. But then when somebody try to talk to us and tell us something, it's like, oh, people can do what they want to do. People can live how they want to live. It doesn't matter. Like, that's her business and da 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 da. This is a celebrity that we know put all her business out there, and she got all these Black women and these young girls following her. And now they up there congratulating her for getting pregnant while she married. Are you serious? The Breakfast Club giving baby showers and Gayle King ain't being honest with her. You know damn well Gayle King ain't about that life right there. Come on now. This is some orchestrated, straight up bullshit. That's what it is.
Ways. If you're going to say, why do you care? No one can tell me nothing. Why does it matter? You're not allowed to also sit there and ask for any type of representation or protection. So it's a walking contradiction. But by this point, I just let basic bees be who they are. I don't even try to fight it no more. I just hide away in my little Barbie dream house and leave it alone. Okay. But I want to have this conversation on my own platform so I can speak about this in the way I want to.
If you think your child may have autism, it's important to act quickly. At Action Behavior Centers, we want to reduce barriers to diagnostic support for.
Fast forward a little bit.
Next thing I want to say is, I understand Cardi B is not part of the Black community. No, we do not care about celebrities. I understand we do not know them. However, this is a public figure, and we need to have real life examples of this type of stuff to open up discussions, because it's one thing to talk about something And it gets really easy to where you'll talk about something, and then when someone faces the exact thing you talked about in their real life, sometimes it's hard to connect. Like, honey, that was the moment. That was it right there. You see what I'm saying? So when you have a public figure and you have these things unraveling for anyone to see, what I look at it as is an amazing catalyst for a teachable lesson and a learning lesson, because there's a lot.
I might just play this whole thing and talk in between it because I'm using a fair use. This is educational and teaches and reaction purposes. But I thought this was really great how she broke this down. Six the goddess. I mean, if you want to look at the, I'm gonna be stopping and discussing different things as she discussing. I'm like doing a educational thing, and I might play a little bit of the Charleston White, what he said. Now I don't agree with everything he said, but I might find that one and play a little bit of that one too. Yeah, he's full of sugar honey iced tea too, but I'm talking about what he said on this subject here.
To, you know, a lot too that goes into this. So as you all know, Cardi B has announced that she is expecting her fourth child by her second man, by Stefan Diggs, who is an athlete. One second, my dog is snoring. Now, before we get into things, honey, can we get into today's look?
She looked good.
Okay, so
but I
have a women's only Patreon that I would love for you to join, where I get ready for all my content live, and while I'm doing
so, she got a thing where
she
show you how to do it, her makeup and all that. If y'all interested in that,
show for it. I have never been pregnant, never had an abortion. I'm a woman that can sympathize about lives, creating their realities, and I would love to have you. It will be in a description box for you to join me. I also have a second separate autopilot. It's your default settings. It just does it on its own. And it's so intriguing sometimes when you can see someone's subconscious mind moving in real time. Okay. So I want you to pay attention to how she's making this announcement. Now, I don't care. Y'all can call this judgmental. You can do whatever you want to do. I am the last woman that can sympathize about, oops, I got pregnant. You'll never get me to sympathize. I have one child. I've had one pregnancy with one healthy baby to show for it. I have never been pregnant, never had an abortion. I cannot buy it. Women who cannot stop themselves from getting pregnant and have that control over their womb, you have a whole separate problem. You have a whole separate problem with your womanhood if you don't know how to guard it. Or when men think that you're such a joke that they disregard your womb and make decisions for your womb for you. So I want to make this clear. I know a lot of women do all that. It's a blessing. Don't judge. That doesn't work over here. I'm a woman myself. I have a vagina myself, baby. Y'all are never beating the allegations that this is a form of self-mutilation. Letting a man just have his way in your womb and do whatever, knock you up, whatever, that is a form of almost like cutting. It's like womb cutting. And you have a whole separate set of issues, what could be so many things. But healthy women have full and total control of their wombs. There is no oopsie baby. Even my son, even when I had him very young, he was not an oopsie baby. He was a planned baby. I was just young and dumb. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You know what I'm saying? But even that was a mistake. All right. So in this,
you hear that? She said that any woman that's sitting up here letting a man just have his way and abuse their womb and make a fool out of them, and you don't have control of your womb, it's something going on in your head. It's some issues, some serious. And I totally agree with it. I mean, because like they say, is even if you married, I always thought about it like that. Even married, it's mama's babies and daddy's babies. That's you on you. Yeah, he might gotta pay child support and this and that if y'all ain't together. You can get the money, but after a while, you realize that money ain't everything. Money ain't gonna be there to wake up in the middle of the night with that child when you don't feel like it, or you might be sick. And it's been times when my husband was at work and these babies were small, and I was sick, and both of the babies were sick. And that money wouldn't have mattered that he was making, because I had to crawl out in that bed and get me and them kids together, and I didn't feel like it. So money is not everything. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody that's gonna be there. Like $1 million and you sick, $1 million and your mind gone, and you don't lost your mind. What is $1 million gonna do? And you don't have the mentality to know how to spend it. Somebody just gonna get in your bank account and get fiduciary, or what you call it, Britney Spears your ass or whatever. Because if your mind ain't right, you not knowing how to manage your money or nothing like that. So yeah, it's wild. It's wild out here. Yep.
This video, we're not doing the whole don't judge, it was a mistake. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. If you get pregnant, first of all, there's like 2-3 days out the month you can even get pregnant. Let's just start there. People think that not getting pregnant is so hard. It is not. There are many reasons why women may abuse their womb and get pregnant. The highest reason behind it, though, is control. They will abuse their womb to somehow like sacrifice themselves for a man and show him like, look how down I am for you. I give all the power of my womb to you. And those are the women that...
And I'm not saying it's all on the woman, but honey, I'm going to tell you, I'm like her personally. You're not going to just get me pregnant any kind of way. Now, that first pregnancy, yeah, I was young and dumb. But after that, I was controlling what I pretty much knew what time it was. When I was going to get, I knew when I was ovulating. I knew when I could get pregnant. And I ain't going to be sitting up here every time, ski, bump, and I'm getting all. And I definitely wouldn't been, I wouldn't have been, if I didn't do that. You can date if you separated. Yeah, people gonna date. Because it's sometimes when you marry and it don't be working out and y'all have an agreement like, okay, we're going to go our separate ways for a little while. And you know what I'm saying? If we get our head together, we can come back together in a certain amount of time. People do that. When they've been married for a long, they mature, you do that. You say, okay, we're going to agree to split up maybe and get ourselves. You might got some people have so many issues. You don't never know what they got going on, but they might love each other. But just because you love people don't mean it's always good for y'all to be together at that time. Sometimes you can better get yourself together and upgrade yourself apart. You hindering each people. It take a grown person. It take a really grown up. That's some grown folk stuff. And I was, I ain't saying I was very mature when it came to things. Not in some areas, but when it came to stuff like that, I was very mature even when I was really young. Sometimes you can pull each other down, and it's better to let them go and do their stuff. Like they need to concentrate and finish up a degree or something like that, or they need to finish up a trade, or you need to finish up some schooling, or you need to take care of some issues and stuff like that, and you feel like y'all burdening each other down, and you can better off navigate apart. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. That's some grown folk stuff, So sometimes you agree to separate, but come on, it ain't no pregnancies in the deal. When you do that, yeah, because when you bring in a whole nother scenario when you still legally married and you sitting up here making babies. I'm telling you, because you it's really selfish. Because listen, don't you know that child got to grow up? I done seen this situation play out firsthand. I didn't do no shit like that. Now I ain't even gonna say when I was separated. I was separated for a while, and he dated, and I dated too. But babies, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna do that because I know when that child grow up, I gotta tell them and answer them questions, and that's not a pretty story at all. Because I've seen that story play out. I've seen it play out in real life, and that's not cool when you are legal in some states. I'm telling you, they not lying. I've seen it happen. Legally married and get pregnant, and that baby gotta have the name of the husband that's not even the father. And then in some cases, that husband that's not that child father can be legally responsible for child support and stuff. And that man got a right to be upset because that's not his child. Why that baby got his name? That's not his baby. And that child growing up and carrying that man name. Come on, I seen it. The child ain't even of that man of loins, and the child got the last name and passing the name down. And he come on. I done seen it where people done got back together after they did that. And the man is like, why this she didn't know? He's like, why this child got this ain't my baby? Like, why does it? Man, that's an ugly story right there. Because not only did she gotta explain this shit with this last baby, she gotta explain it. That baby gonna know. That baby gonna know that she slept with this coming out. Watch. That baby gonna know, like, oh well, you slept with him while you was pregnant with me. Blah blah. I'm talking about it's all on the internet. So it's gonna yeah, that's crazy, man. I seen this play out, and if you didn't see this story, you would be like, "Oh, they're exaggerating. They're being hard on her." This is a whole human being that got to grow up, and the other kids got to know this. They know. Kids know. They not stupid. I know little kids are smart now. We was kind of naive and dumb. You know, you could kind of fool us, but these children now, they know. They smart, and they look at the internet and stuff. So.
Are definitely going to end up a single mom, because what man's going to sit there and respect a woman who can't even have respect for her own womb? You know what I'm saying? They might, you sit there and let them knock you up and do all that. I mean, they'll do it. But deep down inside, he is going to have a level inside of him feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you can't even advocate for yourself in this way.
Papers looking mighty big folks' riches there.
So, another reason that women will self-mutilate their womb is, I know this sounds crazy. I think a lot of people don't understand how far women go for attention. Is they'll do it for attention. They will do it for sympathy, attention, congratulations. They will do it to distract people from why they haven't accomplished certain things or why they're not farther along in life. Women will literally have a baby so that people can't ask them, hey, why have you not ever done anything with yourself? Why are you a loser? Okay. So in this conversation, we're just not insulting anyone's intelligence here, doing the whole don't judge, babies are a blessing. No, they are not. And if getting pregnant is an accomplishment, all of us out here need to pat on the back. The way that we think getting pregnant makes you entitled to the congratulations. When you see someone congratulate a woman on getting pregnant, it's supposed to be a congratulations that you have created this child within a healthy family so that you can produce a healthy adult. As someone with a child that's almost grown myself, I think another problem is people always say, I'm having a baby. You are not having a baby. You are having a full-blown adult. You're having a real adult that will have to function in the real world. I think people saying have a baby is a part of why we're in this epidemic now, because they don't look at it that way. You look at it as, oh, I'm having a little baby. You don't look at this as a full-grown human, where even your conception story affects your personality, affects your life path. And you have all these babies for power, control, sympathy, attention, self-sabotage. And then we wonder why we have so many grown adults in this world who are living in complete torment. Because we think that how these children are conceived, the energy they're conceived in, the reason they're conceived, we think it's not that big a deal because it's just a baby. Them 18 years go by fast. And it's as your children get in high school and get older where you really start to realize how your decisions affect them. It shows up in their friendships. It shows up in their romantic relationships. Because another toxic thing is that we think that just because a child grew up and still has all their limbs, that you as a parent did a good job. You will not know how well you parented until your child gets into a relationship. I'm going to hold y'all hands when I tell you this. You got to stop thinking that just because a child didn't die, because it grew up and it got all its arms and all its legs, that somehow you was a great parent. Okay?
In our generation, they were like, well, I kept a roof over your head and kept you fed and clothed. It's more to it than that. And I talked to my family member. I used to tell her, like, man, this parenting stuff is not easy. Like, this shit is hard because you got to watch them. And You got to make sure they emotionally okay and physically and spiritually, and if they can tell you like what fucked up shit the other kids try to get them to do, or if they really trust you enough to tell you it's the teacher trying to mess with them, and you got to get in their head. So my family member was like, "Oh, this is easy." I'm like, man, I don't know what you doing that I ain't doing, but this shit ain't easy. Like, cause I try to be not. I know I'm not no perfect parent. I know I wasn't, but I be trying to get into the psychology of things and the spirituality of things, and not just making sure the hair done, the haircut, got on the nice kicks and the nice clothes. I'm like, I want to know what's on the inside. How you think? Like, what's going on with you and your friends? What y'all talking about? Like, what y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy. That's one of the hardest jobs is you don't really get a thank you, really get many thank yous.
Then all the traumas, all the issues come out when someone tries to love that child, or when that child becomes responsible for someone else's emotions or well-being. So we got to stop the whole, I did it and it turned out fine, because 95% of the time, it indeed did not turn out fine.
Okay.
All right. That 95% of the time, no, it did not. The main people that be like, look at me, it happened to me and I'm fine. You're in fact not fine. Okay? You're actually treacherous. All right. So I'm going to play the clip.
Your workflow is important to us. Please wait indefinitely.
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform, you have the power. Not IT, not admins. You're in charge.
I wasn't even going to do this. I was like, I can't wait. I was going to do this as a video so I could get more traction. I was like, no, this is urgent. No.
The glasses are going on.
I got to talk about.
You all know that when the glasses go on.
I'm glad I see you. I got to talk about
business. All right, guys. So brace yourself, cringe level 1000. I want you all to note how she is clearly embarrassed to say this. Now, if you are a grown woman and
yeah, they have weaponized having babies. I'm going to tell you from my observation, the people that got the babies, they shouldn't even, I don't know, and I'm not good. You better be glad I ain't God and I can't stop your womb, because you would not have no kids. You would not have no children if it was up to me. I sure wouldn't. You wouldn't have no damn kids if it was up to me. I'd be like, okay, let me test it out. Somebody else that's worthy of having them. But this, I'm telling you, it's screwed up. And it's another thing. You got women. I'm learning this from the young men. You got women going around, young girls saying that they are Lord, y'all ain't nobody talking about this. I know somebody about to take this and run with this. How in the hell is you a virgin, but you giving up oral sex? You giving up the anal cavity, but you saying you a virgin because you ain't let nobody pop that cherry. Come on, tell me, Serene. Come on now, tell me in the chat. Tell me what you think about that. Because if you doing all that now and you doing everything, but yes, I'm telling you, these young boys is telling me that these girls is like, and then you got somebody that's telling you on the YouTube that they doing that. Whatchamacallit daughter, she go around here doing that other stuff. I don't know about the anal stuff, but she sure is giving up that head. But she saying she a virgin because she not giving up the cookies. Well, honey, let me tell you what I realized. You got women out here that's been with a few people and that's maybe in the strip club and might be called a whore. They got better spirits than these so-called virgins. They got better spirits because what they've been doing. They've been working on the healing of that womb. How in the hell is you out here thinking that you better than these other girls because you ain't gave the cherry up, but you giving up everything else? And your spirit is all taunted and messed up. You know what I'm saying? But you got women out here that's working on, they might not have some times where they didn't know better and they doing better. They've been working on healing. They've been working on their womb. I'll take Mary Magdalene over that mess any day. I don't care what nobody, and it's messed up how the patriarchy got these women and these girls thinking they better than the next woman because I'm not having sex. So now me personally, I'm celibate right now. It ain't for me trying to be no holier than thou. It's because I'm on a spiritual path and I really haven't met nobody that I feel like I could, get into that type of thing with. If I met somebody and I vetted them there, I had to do some serious vetting because I can't be dealing with no energy draining motherfucking vampires, motherfucking trying to get my energy and all that. You gotta be, I gotta check you. I gotta put you through some spiritual tests, some physical tests, see if you crazy and all that, you possessed and all. I gotta check you out. But that ain't me trying to be like I'm better. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just think I'm on my path, on my journey. I think sex is a beautiful thing when it's done with the right intention. You know what I'm saying? At the right time. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, for a while. And wow. Oh yeah, good. Congratulations, because I know you working on that womb healing. That's what I'm still working on. It's levels to this thing. And congratulations to you. I feel so much. Yeah, it's about intentions. I mean, if I meet the right motherfucker and we can manifest some stuff and they on the right. Shoot, let me play this. Yeah, I love. Look, I ain't got nothing against no making love, no sex. You know what I'm saying? No getting it popping. I ain't got nothing against it. I just can't vibe with this energy that's going on now. I can't just meet you and you tell me you ready to kiss and all that. But when I ask you about what's that chart they call it, that eye chart, what's that chart where they don't want to show you they help, they don't even want to show you they ready to go off in the sunset and make love, and they don't even want to show you their health chart. That sound like who sent you to me? You can't get me that easy, bro. You can't. My eye chart or whatever. No, you can't get me that. You can't get me that easy. I'm glad I got self-discipline too. Cause it's hard when I was married for a long time. So when you marry, you can get it popping whenever you want. And then you go from that or relationship where you cohabitating all the time to by yourself. That shit was a rough phase for me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie, but it won't hard for me not to get pregnant. Not after I don't realize look, I control that shit. Cause look, I'm like, when I was married, them kids was on me. Not saying that he didn't do anything. I'm not bashing nobody because I can't get up here. And if I lay down with the man, me and him had a lot in common. So I can't say, oh my God, he was so terrible. We had a lot in common, I'm sure. But when you marry, you kids is still on that woman to a certain point. That man not gonna be there like that. So I was like, oh, I'm not about to have no 20 damn children. I know I got to deal with this. That nigga gonna be gone when he get ready to go. Even if we are together, he ain't gonna be there like me. So no, my chart, yeah. They don't want to show you, girl. They talking about all this kind of sex position, but when you say something about that chart, we ain't got it. I can just watch you with the road. So you telling me because I asked you for a chart, now you just want to watch me pleasure myself? Well, honey, I don't need you to watch me. I can do that by my damn self. Why I want somebody watching? Let me get back to this. Yeah, okay. Go back there.
You cannot stand up, puff your chest out, and proudly announce who you're pregnant by. You have serious issues. If you are a grown woman and you got to be embarrassed, let me tell you something. You're creating a whole new life. There is no such thing as hiding. You can't hide a pregnancy. This is a human being.
Right.
This is a whole human being. You cannot hide a whole human. That's actually insane. All right. So it's so crazy. That's what I was saying earlier about how the subconscious mind works, because she's saying one thing, but honey, the body language,
don't show her.
The way that you're exchanging this, baby. Some women, when they mess up and get pregnant in a bad situation, they have to lie to themselves to cope. I just had a girl a few days ago try to come to me talking about something. Oh, I'm pregnant. Was pregnant by some man she barely knew. Some man that already was sitting at home, having her sit at home and lock her in the house while he's out cheating and sleeping with her friends. And her solution was to get pregnant by him. And then had the nerve to come to me like I'm supposed to be like, congrats. Then when I was like, you just ruined your life. I can't believe you did that. She was like, no, I didn't. It's my family. cutting you off, girl.
And y'all know that is nothing new. I'm finding out. It's go back. My grandmama and them were talking about it. How your sister-in-law and your family members and friends asleep with your husband and your man and stuff like that. Who that's old. Like that's hush hush stuff. But that's been going on. That's nothing new. And if it's nothing new like under the sun, it's probably not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my grandmama used to tell me about stuff like that. I was like, oh, and hey, it's nothing new. I guess they feel like some men not gonna just be with. They feel like they supposed to have access to the mama, the sister, the cousin, the friend. They want to handle the whole harem. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that you got to tell yourself that so that you can sleep. Because wow, that's the worst feeling of being trapped. Knowing you trapped, this big heavy baby stuck in your womb. That is the worst feeling after this baby stuck in your womb and realizing how bad you messed up. Okay. So pregnant women who are pregnant in messed up situations, they 100% lie to themselves. They lie to other people. They will lie and say that man is their boyfriend. They will lie and say they're married to the man. They will lie and say the relationship is more than what it is because they're embarrassed that they got pregnant by a man who literally abused you. A man getting you pregnant is warfare. When you see a woman get a congratulations for having a baby, it means she is married. It means she is financially and mentally stable. It means that she has a support system. Okay. It means that she is healthy in body. It means the congratulations is congratulations for you setting us up to contribute another healthy adult to society. That is when you say congratulations for a woman getting pregnant. Every woman watching this has opened her legs and allowed a man to bust a nut. You do not get congrats for that. If that's the case, every bitch in here need to get a congrats. Every bitch in here had their feet in the air at some point. If that's the case, every time one of us suck a dick, I want a fucking high five.
Uh-oh.
Stop it. We need to stop the congratulations. And I don't know why some of y'all think I'm playing. I am not playing. I am the last woman to come to talking about, oh, I'm pregnant. I don't care. You could have saved that. Women who get pregnant in 2025 are ops.
Hollywood is a place where are sacrificed.
I like it too, honey. That's why I had to do this, because I was going to do a video, but I got to do a video still. But that's why I had to come on up here and do this. I love it.
When there's so many good women out here that can't figure out why you can't settle down, why it's so hard to set boundaries, it's because every single day there is a woman laying down with her feet in the air, putting herself within an inch of her life to have babies for an undeserving man. And so every time a woman is willing to lay her life down for these unfavorable situations, you make it hard for every sister that come after you. Because for a man, he's going to say, how dare you tell me I have to marry you? I have to commit to you. This woman over here willing to lay down and have my baby tomorrow, risk her life tomorrow for me.
Make it hard.
He going to be like, who is you? I ain't doing all that for you. It's women out here, they right now ready to lie down and give me my child. So now it makes sense of why they looking at so many of these girls as though they're asking for too much. Why? Because every time I turn around, women getting pregnant in 2025 blow my mind. See, when I was coming up, there was no conversation about single motherhood. Everyone was a single mother. All the men were not there with their children. It was totally normalized. There was no age of information. There was no social media. We had absolutely zero way to get any of this info. The only way you could possibly get this info if it was from one of the women in your family or in your life, which Black women have always had a culture of lying and making it seem like everything's fine when it's not. I don't know if y'all remember when Tiny's daughter got pregnant.
Go in, girl.
Tiny, T.I.'s wife, Tiny literally said verbatim, she said, I was a single mom and I was okay, so she will be too. That is what
and that's what they told us. That's exactly what they told us. We were ignorant as hell. I don't know how we made it. We was ignorant. My brain didn't mature till Your brain don't mature till after 30, and damn mine sure didn't. I don't know how the ancestors had to be looking out for me because I got married at 19, and they would tell you this stuff like everything gonna be all right. I did it. The independent black woman, that's and we find out that it ain't all what we was presented because they had a lot of issues going on. That stuff wasn't all black and white. It was some in between grays in there. That shit hard. That shit hard. And the children was not getting what they needed because you can't do it. It take a village. You know, I'm thankful for my grandma, my nana, because without her, I know I'd have been fucked, and my other cousins and my brother and cousins. But thank God for her being there, because man, we were latchkey kids. We didn't see our parents that much. They were gone. We had a key to get in, and then grandma. If without grandma dudes, we'd have surely been fucked, man. I'm telling you.
I grew up with women with that mindset, where they all were single moms, and the story that all of them told us was, "Yeah, I made it, and I ain't need no man.
Yeah, they didn't have it. Right."
They
can't pass down what they didn't have, baby. They didn't have it. They didn't. Maybe if they did have it, I think they got NK. I think that group I think those baby boomers got mixed in with them Cabbage Patch Kids, and they really got the heavy weight of the MK Ultra, because when you talk to them about what mother talked about to me about being indigenous to the Americas, they act like they don't know nothing about that. They act like they just went along with the story of, you know, where we come from, Africa on the slave ship story. And yeah, like they really got them really into. I don't know what they did, a reset, a Mandela effect or something. I don't know, because I don't, or maybe that. It just sometimes it don't even seem like the same people that I remember when I was a kid. Like they did some kind of skeleton, like a clone, or it ain't the same. Seem like the same people. I don't know what they did at that DuPont. You know, DuPont is evil. You know that. You know my name Japanese, but you know that place. You notice how all them people that work down there acted. They did something to them people. And they might have just did something to the area in general. Like, I don't know. I'm serious. I ain't even. Let me play this video.
Literally did not have women coming to us saying, "Don't do it. It's a horrible decision. It's hard on you." It just wasn't a thing. When I was growing up, there were no fathers.
It seemed like they were working with them people and set us up, though, for failure. See, to me, it sounded like they were hired agents that were working for free. If you're doing all that kind of work like that, you're supposed to be rich and have gold and all. Play this thing.
My father, my cousins, my friends, when I tell you everybody had a single dad, I had one friend, her name was Chantel Barnes, who had her dad in the house. She was Jamaican, and he never came out the room. He was a Jamaican dad. He was just there in the room working all day. Never saw him say shit. That was the one friend I saw that had a dad, and he never did. We just didn't even know what he was there for. So my generation was different. But in no way, shape, or form would myself or my peers have had access to full-blown accounts of hundreds of women over and over telling y'all, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't have these kids.
Don't do it.
And there's still a woman who will sign up every day to try to defeat the program. And women's ego and women's desire to constantly feel as though they are being put above another woman is the female downfall every time. Because men are not that way. Men will not see you have 5 baby daddies, 10 kids, and he will not get with you and say,
"You're better than that woman.
Those 10 baby daddies couldn't tame her, but I can." They won't do that. Men don't have. Matter of fact, men will get mad and get insecure if you even think you're stroking their ego like that. But women fully will be a man 10th baby mama, and when he tell her, "Oh girl, you put so good, you so fine," you ain't like them. She'll believe it. Men will not believe that. That is what I mean by most women do not have a clue on how to keep themselves safe. You just don't know. You don't know how to see danger if it hits you over the head.
Girl, you better preach.
So now, Cardi is a grown woman who has to lie and be embarrassed
and the thing
about who she's pregnant by. Okay, this is sad, pathetic.
And she ain't she gonna go into the deep details about this man. But look, the sad thing about it is the money don't matter. You got women out here that ain't even got $20 that got more sense than this chick got. And all these women talking about, oh, she can afford it, and he got money here. But that, I'm telling you, he is a paid slave like the gladiators when they're in the Roman Colosseum. If they decide to take his money, they can do whatever they want to do with that man. That man had it, and she is too. To me, in my opinion, she a plant. Because every time she got these old agendas to fuck up these young people and these foolish old women and stuff, here they go promoting her. That's a plant, man. That's just a plant. But at the same time, you got to recognize for yourself, like what's always celebrated ain't what you should be celebrating. Sometimes you should be going in the opposite direction. Yeah. Oh man. Well, if all these children are our future, then man, we got some work to do then. Cause these kids, I mean, they're gonna wake up. They got to. The spell didn't last forever over us. You know, they had us under. Not your generation, but they had my generation under a spell. The generation X, and y'all are the millennials. So you know, we woke up. We woke up. So they're gonna wake up from the spell too. It probably won't even last as long as it lasts for us. Cause damn, we was under the spell for a while. I mean, it lasted a little while. It wasn't so heavy on some of us because I guess some of us, we had made decisions before we came here that we weren't gonna get too caught up under the spell, and those are the one that were targeted. You know, like me, for instance. I'm surprised I'm still here. I laugh about it, but okay, girl, you own it. Yeah, it's not expensive either. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Me too. How you know? You in alignment, baby. Yeah, you in alignment. You feel it, don't you? It's time to go. Hawaii is very expensive. Mexico ain't too bad. Thailand is very cheap. Very cheap. And so is some other places is very cheap too. It's very, very cheap and very undiscovered. It's some places that people will treat you nice and you could probably be a billionaire with a few dollars. I ain't talking about having no $20,000 neither. I'm talking about a few dollars. You can live good and the people very respectful and it's very private. It's places that really a lot of people ain't discovered yet. Yeah, it's going. Yeah. I'm with you. Now Hawaii is a little expensive. If I could put that in my budget, I'd definitely love to go there because that's on my astrocartography chart where that's a good place for me to be. Yeah. In Mexico it is inexpensive. Good. Yeah, good. Cause I'll keep you informed because I'm on the same wavelength with you. It don't take a lot like you think either. You know, you can learn the AI and learn online how to make some money and stuff like that. That's not even hard to do. Because you got people teaching like reasonable classes on that, on stuff like that. Yeah. An
abomination.
This place.
So I'm gonna play this clip so we can take a look. And then I'm gonna go in.
Well, yes, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefan Diggs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
See, I see why y'all hoes don't like me, because baby, if I was Gail, I would have sat there, and if I was Gail, I would have sat there when she said that, and I would have been blink. I would have just blinked. I refuse to say congratulations because it makes me feel as though I'm contributing to the problem.
You know that. You know Gail ain't with that baby mama out of wedlock crap. You know Gail wouldn't dare do that. Gail is Oprah Winfrey bitch. But Gail ain't stupid neither. Because if she was, look at her. She hung in there all this time and got what she needed to get, and her and Oprah still cool. So she's smart. She was on that little Illuminati fake spaceship, wasn't she? So she done put her to work in and all. I ain't saying that's good, but I'm just saying Gail ain't stupid. I ain't seen Gail out here flaunting that she done got married and got pregnant in between her marriage and celebrated. Gail gonna go somewhere and get rid of it, which is not good. I ain't with that. I'm pro-life and all that. But Gail gonna hide it or something or give it up for adoption. Gail smart. And she's sitting out here going along with this buffoonery. And her Charlemagne and the Breakfast Club need to be shut down. They ain't nothing but a bunch of enabler handlers too up there giving her a baby shower. Somebody need to be talking to that lady, telling her, look, I ain't saying you Sierra, and I ain't saying you Beyonce, but we know Beyonce in a mess. But I'm just saying you need to go somewhere and heal and get you a quiet man, a man not in a lot. You don't need to get nobody in the industry after you work on yourself and heal your body because you don't have these babies back to back. Go rest and heal and start loving on yourself, and then maybe later on you can find somebody as you heal, because you don't want to find nobody now on this level. Because when you get with somebody, look, whenever you get with somebody off of revenge and vengeance, and you mad with one man, you bring the devil in your life. It'd be a worse mess than what you was in. You like, damn, I might as well stay with that fool, cause this mess here, cause you ain't ready. You bringing in demonic entities at the low vibration you at with all that resentment and hate because he cheated, and I got to get him back and prove that I can pop my coochie still. And look at you, looking like you got with a man that he have a baby every 5 minutes, look like. And they say he on the down low. Yeah, your one you with might have been a mess, and he might have been on this free fruity stuff too. But man, this here is at a level 20. Like I said, baby, you might have jumped from. No, you did jump out of the frying pan to the damn boiling witch's pot. You know how that witch pot be boiling? Mother and them used to cook them skins in that boiling hot. Bro used to have that oil in that. Man, you done jumped into the witch's pot with this mess. I ain't lying. I mean, your body need to rest and heal. You need to heal.
I don't want to do it. I'm not saying congrats. I'm not doing it. Only thing I'll say congrats. Thank you for adding to the broken households.
Yeah.
Congrats. Real. Thank you for giving us another adult whose life and emotions will be in constant peril because they are created in revenge
and hate. Yep.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your exact address in just seconds. Imagine pulling up your neighborhood, spotting your roof, your street.
That's the only congratulations I'm giving for these women popping out these babies in unhealthy relationships and popping out babies while single. I know Gail low key wanted to be like, bitch, please. She had to have. Okay, there is no way you. So if you see how she says it, she's like, well, actually, yeah, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend. Girl, okay, well, if you need to say that to convince yourself, go ahead, baby. I get it. You need to sleep at night. You need to convince yourself. You need to figure out a cope. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, boo. Go off. I guess you like it. I love it, sweetie. All right, let me let the rest of this play out, and then we'll continue.
Patience, how are you feeling about that? And that this will be baby number 4 for you, Cardi.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm actually I'm excited. I'm happy.
I'm actually very I'm excited, girl. Why do y'all lie? See, I would respect it so much more if she would have been like, yes, I got pregnant. I was not expecting this. Ladies, do not be this way.
That's right.
I never should have let this man make a decision for my womb like this and knock me up. I just had, mind you just had a baby. Okay. We were talking about this yesterday in my Patreon with the girls. And I was asking everyone a question, and I said, do you all know where the term barefoot and pregnant comes from? And everybody got real quiet. No one knew where the term came from. And I said, it's problematic that we don't know what barefoot and pregnant means. When we say barefoot and pregnant, most people think it just means you in the kitchen, with no shoes on, like as in, you pregnant, your feet swollen. You know what I'm saying? Like people think it's just a term. The term barefoot and pregnant comes from the warfare that men would incite on their wives back in the day. Barefoot, meaning you take her shoes in the winter.
Whoa.
So she can't leave. And then you get her pregnant in the summer. So she can't leave.
Oh my.
That's where the term barefoot and pregnant comes from. Knock her up in the summer. And then by the time she had a baby in the winter, then you take her shoes. And that's how you keep her from leaving while you abuse her. Unless a woman says, I want to have a baby. Unless a woman says, I want to be a mother. If you get pregnant, a surprise pregnancy as a woman, congratulations. That man has committed warfare on you. Pregnancy has been a form of warfare from men to women for centuries. It has been a form of control, entrapment, and war for a very long time. Okay. So I would really respect if Cardi was like, this is unfortunate. I'm just trying to make the best out of the situation. I'm just trying to salvage it. Whatever. I would have respected her if she would have said, you know what, I'm trying to salvage the situation. I don't believe in baby deletions. I'm just trying to step up and do what I got to do. But I would not recommend this. This is not ideal. But for her to be stuttering and lying, saying, yeah, I'm happy. I feel good. This is what I'm talking about. This is how issues keep going, because the women that commit certain levels of, crimes against themselves, against their womb, they're not honest with other women about it.
No.
They will not go to other women and say, I made a mistake. This was not it. Be better than me. Instead, because it applies to them, they always think they got to defend it. It can apply to you and you can still not defend it and not support it. So her subconscious tone here is very telling. She literally is, every word she's saying, she is quite literally trying to convince herself. Every word she says.
Happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful that I'm doing all this work, but I'm doing all this work while I'm creating a baby. Me and my man were very supportive of each other. Well,
oh my God.
Well, yes, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefan.
Do he know he your boyfriend?
My God, today.
Do he even claim you?
My God, today.
Girl.
Jesus wept.
We saying it at the same time.
Your boyfriend.
Your boyfriend.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor? You've got to try Otter. Here's how it works.
You know what? I'm gonna let this next clip speak for itself. I don't even gotta say too much. I ain't gonna say. Hold on now. Hold on. So,
the baby rooms. Who is that?
Look at him.
So in this next clip, they're asking Stefan.
Look how he is gonna answer the question, Mr. Stefan Diggs. Now, Offset, that's my wife, and I know I cheated, and I'm sorry, and I ain't gonna do it. Even though we know he gonna do it again. But listen at this. Check this out.
About baby rumors. They're saying, hey, we heard about some baby rumors. Now, side note, everybody be talking about Stefan Diggs is so fine. I know my eyes are not the best, or I really have a different taste in man, because I don't see it. I'm sorry. Stefan Diggs looked like a capybara to me.
Damn.
I don't get why Cardi is always saying he's so big. He's 6 foot tall. He's not that tall. I don't get it. Same with him, Duke Dennis. Like, some of the men that y'all like gush over, they look so gay to me. I don't see it.
She said gay.
I like good old fashioned big, masculine, manly men. A man's man. I need a man raised with his father. You get what I'm saying? I can't. This type of stuff don't turn me on at all. You got to be 100% man.
That man,
Stefan look gay to me. If y'all like it, I love it. I personally, they come off as very feminine to me. They be dressing weird. They wear purses and shit. My vagina could never. But hey, if this attracts y'all, do you? Okay, you ain't got to worry about me being your competition, boy, because I do not understand half of these men y'all find attractive. They look gay to me. But anyway, and that's nothing to the gay community. I mean, if you're gay, you're gay. But I don't. If it's a alleged straight man, I want you to look straight. I don't give a damn. I don't care what no one say. Call it what you want. I don't want no man that give gay. So now, everyone thinks Stefan's so fine. I'm gonna let y'all have that.
No, she didn't say that man look great gay here in the Rainbow Club. He in that what you call it, zesty. That zesty club. That's what they say though. I mean, hey, most of them people in that industry, whether it's the NBA, NFL, even if they gotta be in certain levels of them colleges, honey, and the CEOs of Hollywood, the music industry, especially in the rap and the R&B or whatever, the pop music, because the melanated people, they compromise us, but we got to get some money. We got to be compromised on every level. They got the gatekeepers in over at the college when you're going in the sororities, over in the NFL, the NBA, Hollywood, the music. They got them on the jobs too. When you get into certain levels, you got to be compromised. Even the churches, okay? Even in religion.
I personally don't see it. He give Capybara to me. He give Aardvark to me. He give Alvin and the Chipmunks to me. I'm gonna let y'all. Hey, y'all talking about he's so big, he's so tall. I don't see how 6 foot is not that tall for a man. But do you? Hey, I am not finna sit here argue with y'all. But I do think if we stop acknowledging these gay-looking men, we might have men be more manly. But I don't see how we're gonna get men to be more manly when these girls are gushing over the more gay the man look, the more they're gushing. So I don't know.
She is funny.
So now Cardi gets up there talking about yeah, I am having a baby with my boyfriend. And now let's see what Stefan has to say.
You. Oh, my personal life? Yeah. I told you about that. We won't talk too much about my personal life, but I heard about it.
Any celebrations that we'll see in the...
We'll see.
Look how he's looking. Look how his eyes shift.
The baby rumors?
Who is that?
You.
Oh, my personal life?
Yeah.
I told you about that. We won't talk too much about my personal life, but I heard about it.
Any celebrations that we'll see in the...
We'll see. The
baby rumors?
No.
My God, today. Ooh, Jesus wept. Woo, imagine being a 30-year-old woman. Okay, can we also talk about how it's behind the fact that pregnancy and childbirth means you die?
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to talk about that so we can understand why this is so embarrassing.
Even in the Bible, it say that when you have a child, you are a hair away from death. She just said it. Can we talk about it? With that pregnancy and childbirth, and if you're a black woman, melanated woman, you in danger going in there having a baby anyway. And she can say she's not African American, but if you look like a Negroid woman, they look at your hair tester. If you look like a light-skinned black woman, you in trouble too. It's not safe. It's not safe. You already at risk and vulnerable when you're pregnant and when you have a baby. Then when you have a baby going in as a melanated woman, you got people in there trying to take you out. So I don't know. She just they got her. I guess they got her boosted up as a plant, but when they cut that string, honey, that puppet string, I don't know.
The most dangerous thing a woman can do in her life is get pregnant and have a child. There is no equivalent thing that a man can do to repay you or remotely measure the woman's sacrifice to have to get pregnant and give birth. The very least that the man could do is give you his last name and take it down to that courthouse before getting you pregnant. Because some women think that if they get married after they get pregnant, that somehow your child is not a bastard. That motherfucker is still a bastard. You could try to get married after you got pregnant, or you want to. God know the truth, baby. It don't matter. Okay. But imagine that not only did he not at least marry you after he found out you was pregnant, but imagine he won't even claim you as his girlfriend.
You was a wife, girl.
You over here gushing. Yeah, well, I am having a baby with my boyfriend.
Play the patriarchy.
Stefan Dix. Meanwhile, they're like, "Hey, Stefan, we heard you're having a baby," and he's like, "I don't get into all that." Ooh.
I didn't do.
Now, we're gonna get into this discussion, and it's not gonna be pretty. This is the time to leave if you're a sensitive person. This is the time to leave if you one of them women who be like, "Why does it matter? They're a blessing. I can do what I want." If you that girl, honey, exit stage left now because you're about to be upset. Okay. Now, we all know that baddies with motion, any man that you get with, you automatically elevate his coochie levels. This is why you never see bad bitches with motion have long-term healthy marriages. Why? Because there is so much that goes into being a baddie with motion. There's a lot that go into it. Okay, maybe if you're a baddie with no motion, sometimes get a little easier. But baddies with motion, baddies in the public eye at all, you need to understand what it means when you co-sign a man publicly. It doesn't make other women say, "Oh, he's with her, let me leave him alone." It actually makes them want the man more.
If a strand of your hair looks like this when it's wet, this is how it should look dry. This whole time, I thought I had wavy hair that was just frizzy and
then as soon as you get,
so it'd be interesting to me.
You can be a bum on the street and you get with a man, clean him up and all that. As soon as you get him going, everybody want him. That's just the truth. I seen this lady do that. She was with this man, got this man. I think he was a drug addict and he was like missing teeth. And this lady got him and cleaned him up and put him on a new outfit and took him around to a cookout or something. Boy, he had, because when a black man wear them linen, that white linen, certain clothes they can wear that really complement their brownness or blackness of man, black man. Honey, them women, you wouldn't have never thought that man was no ragamuffin. So it's true. Imagine the one she got, he already got a little momentum because he's a ball player. So what, NFL? So honey.
Girls post this man as though you're like marking some type of territory.
What I want to know is why was she bragging about how good Offset was in the bedroom? Don't you know that's gonna make these women want to try it out to see? She was talking about how she couldn't live without it and how good it was. So she didn't. Who schooled this one? Who? I know she was raised up in the Bronx or whatever, and they say she come from the ghetto and all that. But some of them with people be smart. I mean, it's some smart people that's raised up like that. But who raised them?
There's a reason why they use celebrity women and influence to do things like sell makeup and sell hair products and sell stuff like that, because subconsciously they know that if the women like her and want to like the way she look or want to look like her or be like her, they know that they're going to go out there and do and buy whatever they need to do and buy to be like her. And the same thing go for whatever man that you involve with. And the only way you can really protect yourself from that is if the man supports you in, keeping him off of, giving him that type of clout and giving him that type of, promotion. Now, I'm not saying that it's the case in Cardi's case. I'm just saying in general, when I see, certain type of women with certain type of motion trying to like promote a man, I always wonder, so what is it that you're looking to get from that? Do you think the other women are going to say, "Oh, that's Cardi's man, let's leave him alone"? It will be the opposite effect. Not clearly Stefan had motion already. Mm-hmm. I'll give him that. He already had a little motion. The girls already was liking him. But as we all know, whenever you announce publicly a man, that's always when the weird shit starts coming out of the woodworks. Mm-hmm. That's always. Something always come down, especially if you a baddie. You announce that you like a man or you with a man, honey, almost every time.
Mm-hmm.
Here come the stories. Now, any woman that he blinked at, okay, in the past 6 years, gonna come forward. So, of course, it never fails. After Cardi announced that, what pops up? Hoes every single time. What pops up? Hoes. Hoes gonna always pop up every time you announce you with a man or dealing with a man. Now, I don't know if this is true, and we don't know because Stefan says he doesn't discuss his personal life. Imagine creating a whole new human life. Imagine creating a whole new human life and being like, oh, I don't discuss my personal life.
That baby do look like him, though.
An entire human life. And you're like, yeah. I don't discuss that. Wow.
That baby look just
I
like
have
him.
absolutely no words. So
Cardi B last baby looked like him too. The little baby Blossom, she looked like that man. But I think she was sleeping with him, right? When she was pregnant with Blossom. They say when you sleep with another man, when you pregnant with another man, baby, then that baby get that man DNA too. So hey, that might be why Blossom favors this guy to me.
Rumored that, he has had several children in the past few months, and it's rumored that he has several on the way. All right. Now, it's very important to note this. And this right here comes out as soon as Cardi makes the announcement.
Can you please just hear me out? No, all work management platforms are the same. They take forever to learn, and in the end, nobody uses them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Model claims Stefan Diggs fathered her baby. NFL star requests DNA test. Boy, that's your baby. Stop.
That baby look just like him.
Stop it. Why did boy, police, stop it. Get some help. That's your baby. Even the baby, look at the baby chipmunk. Okay, let's stop it. No one else could produce a baby chipmunk like this man could. This man looked like a emu. It's just something very animalistic looking about this man. I don't know if it's an ostrich, an emu, some Australian marsupial he looked like. And I am going to get the exact name. It's going to come to me, but it's some type of Australian marsupial this man looked like to me.
Girl, stop.
People are so slow and think that staying together for the kids means y'all argue in front of kids every day. No, it means that you pick up your pants. It means you be a grown adult. It means you put yourself aside because no one cares. See, I think if people understood how to be good parents better and understood the sacrifice that come behind parenting, people wouldn't be so pressed to be having these kids. I think if you explained it to people where once you procreate, no one no longer gives a fuck about you.
Several kids on the way. He got several kids he just had this year and last year. And he got some on the way. Okay. I've been researching it. He not only got kids on the way, he got several babies he done had already recently. This man having babies he having babies at the same time on some Nick Cannon time a little bit. Like at the same, like he might have 5 or 6 women carrying his baby now, and he might have a few that done had the babies. Yeah, he just ski, free willing. Right. And Offset was cheating, but honey, it won't at this level. He won't trying to be a Nick Cannon. He got a few kids now but he ain't going. I mean, I heard of somebody getting pregnant and then they having to get rid of it, a woman or so, but I won't know like they won't no whole harem like this. This is he doing like Nick Cannon and King. What's that? King Solomon. She on that King Solomon. I told you, she done went trying to get back at Offset. She done jumped from the frying pan to the fucking. I ain't even a witch's pot. Now I'm gonna say she done jumped from the frying pan. You know how when them people be in a field of fire. They don't care about ST. Girl, they feel like they can take that medicine. Look. All them people in the industry got something. They all sleep with each other. So they don't need medication. So look, when they blackmail them, but if you don't do what I say, then we're gonna stop providing you with the medication. Damn, if I want to be on some damn medication where somebody can take them away from me, then because if you stop taking that AIDS medication, then look at all them motherfuckers that they didn't give it to back in the day when they hit us with the AIDS. They hit us in the 80s or something. But then when we was growing up, we got grown. There was a lot of people dying with it still. Them motherfuckers could have been gave them that medicine because they had it in Cuba. Cuba is a third world country that don't have a lot of money, but they gave them people the medications for free, and they took the infected people and put them in a coliseum to keep them from infecting the people in the community. They put them in convents, and they put them in not no asylums, but they put them in like hospitals out of the community and treated them good, but they gave them medication for free. Cuba is a third world country, and they was the first country to prevent the spread of AIDS from mother to child. These motherfuckers over here, this supposed to be all these rich and wealthy people, and they let that shit go on and kill all them people that could have been prevented. And they have a cure. They have a cure for it. They don't want to cure these diseases because they don't want you to be, they want you to have sex, but they want you to have that fucked up sex because they know if you a healthy human being and y'all making love and y'all healthy minded and creating that energy, it's going to destroy their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know how to do it on the right times of the month when the stars are aligned the right way and creating what you want to create, that sex magic. They want you to have some old fucked up distorted sex where y'all passing shit and y'all all crazy in the head and on some old they horror film that they create in this fucking matrix. You know what I'm saying? Everything is distorted. So they even want the sex to be distorted and all fucked up. Yeah. That's what it is. Cause back in the days when they was in them hippie eras, everybody was fucking all day, and if they did get something, they could go to the doctor and get a shot and go on by their business. And I know, cause I sit around and listen to them stories that them old heads tell me, like my dad and my stepdad and them talk about how they be getting coochie all damn day, and they be all right. If they had something, they go get a shot and be good to go. Yeah, they orchestrated this shit. Anyway, yeah. All these SC, yeah, that's they want you to be like either out here doing it and catching shit, or it wants you to be so scared to do it until you got a fucked up mentality about sex. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta balance it out. You don't necessarily gotta go and deal with nobody, but you gotta still feel alive some kind of way, even if you gotta do, you know what I'm saying, something. Because
doesn't matter about what you want, whether you're happy, how you feel, it doesn't matter. If you want any fuck to be given about your big grown ass, don't have kids, period.
If you think your child may have autism, it's important to act quickly at Action Behavior Centers. We want to reduce barriers to diagnostic.
Because they want to keep.
Once you have the kids,
they want you to keep creating. They want you to be fucked up and keep creating fucked up human beings, so they can feed off of them and shit. They want to traffic them and store them, molest them, blah blah blah, and drain their energy. Fill up the prison system so so they can have more slaves.
Nobody give a fuck. Sorry. But majority of people just do not have the wherewithal to understand that. Okay? I don't give a damn you mad, unhappy. I don't care. Oh, we're staying together and we're raising these children into the last one leave to college. I don't care. Most people can't handle that. No. And they don't know how to be cordial and act like they got some damn sense in the house to raise their kids.
Because I'm gonna tell you,
too many people
they don't
have their children in a certain circumstance that is not sustainable. And then the moment that the circumstance becomes unbearable, now it's we changed our mind. You'll see men knock up women that they know are mentally unstable. Men will knock up women that they know have zero sense of family, how to run one, how to be emotionally stable in one. They will knock up women that they know are worse, women that they know are dirty. And then turn around after that and say, oh, I can't handle her attitude. What do you mean? You knew this prior. You'll have women, like the example I gave you with the girl that came to me pregnant from the man she didn't even know. Well, now, if he already got you sitting at home crying while he out cheating, what are you going to do once now you're sitting at home while he out cheating, but now with a baby? You know what's going to happen? The same thing that happens every time. People meet, go through this honeymoon phase. They have a live, laugh, love ideal about parenting and raising children instead of a grit, grin, and bear it mindset about raising children. They sign up to bring permanent life into the world with temporary people. And then the baby, by the time the baby barely starts kindergarten, they're broken up because they changed their mind. It's that simple. What also happens is there are women that will get pregnant by a man because she wants to make him be something he's not. Maybe she thought this was going to tame the man, reel him in. And then what happens is that never has worked, not one time. So the woman will have the baby in hopes to create some type of new relationship with the man. Inevitably, it doesn't happen. Why? Because no one has ever defeated the program. Ain't no one bigger than the program. So it never has worked. So then when having the baby didn't work to turn this man into a loving husband or something, now all of a sudden it's, I'm not happy. And now you want to rip your children out the house. It doesn't work like that. Whatever that man was, whatever the relationship was prior to that pregnancy, you agreed to that when you laid down there and you got pregnant. So that's why you got to ask yourself, is this sustainable? Am I willing to deal with this behavior for the next 18 years? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. Women will never admit this, that most of the time they get pregnant because he's cheating. They get pregnant to even compete with other women. Oh, he like her. Well, I'm going to have a baby with him so that I'll have more with him than she has. I don't think y'all understand. That's how my son's sibling got here. Literally from a girl dating my baby daddy after me and being like, well, if she got a baby from him, I'm going to get a baby from him too. On my dead mother, I swear to you, that is how my son has a little brother right now. Not from me, from that. From a woman literally being like, she got a baby with him, so I'm getting one too. Y'all, you can't make this up. And if you have never seen all this to know how real this is, congrats. I'm glad. If you've never had to see how this works, congrats. Because maybe you'll be able to have more faith in humanity than me.
I don't have that neither, child. I know.
So these girls will lie and say, I'm not happy anymore.
They have a baby trying to compete.
Whatever result that you were looking to have when you got pregnant from that man who 95%.
I know a lady that did that, trying to compete with me, and she didn't even want the baby. She just did it to say that, you know, I'm going to break up this relationship or whatever, and it don't work out. And then that child got it. That's a whole human being that you done made, and they don't got no parent worth a damn. Like, it's just sad. I worry about that child. I do. I'm not no person to be like, oh, well, that's what they. I'm worried about it. I'm worried. I think about that child and send positive affirmation to that child right now, because I know what the intentions the child was created in, and it's been rough for that baby. Like, dang, it's some fucked up people. They be creating babies on some selfish. You pay for that. I mean, you pay for that. Even not in this lifetime, in the next, you pay for that. Probably pay for it now and later.
% of the time already was terrible. If they don't get the result they wanted through having that baby, in comes, I'm not happy. And then here go the other one.
You don't want that child when they don't.
God, y'all are so incredibly manipulative. Here go the other one that we hear all the time. After I had the baby, I knew that I didn't want my child seeing me be treated like this. And I knew I wanted my kids to see better. Okay. Most of them are lying. When they say that, oh my God, I had no idea who this man. Listen.
Shit.
The only way that you need to be breaking your children apart
If abuse and all
from their father
danger.
is if there is imminent danger and physical violence. Unless there is imminent danger and physical violence, you need to stay and finish what you started like a grown adult. So now, with that information,
woo.
Cardi is divorcing Offset because he kept cheating. Cardi is not, we haven't heard Cardi get on the internet and say, we're not aligned, or, we don't have good communication. Cardi, for years, has made it very clear that your issue with Offset is that he cheat all the time.
He cheat.
All right, fine. Let's roll with that. All right, so you want to divorce. You ain't figure out before 3 kids this man was cheating and wasn't gonna stop. Did you think, because mind you, 3 other women had his kids before him, and it ain't make him sit down either.
Not while you were married to him, though.
3 other women had his children before you did, and none of that made him sit down. Women like Cardi are controlling and egotistical. They are those women who only feel alive when they feel as though they are above another woman. These women think that they pussy is so good and it need to be studied.
I agree. That's one hell of a mindset. I'm telling you. I mean, and if you a fucked up woman, a man will have you thinking that you better than these other women, and he's circling right back around to Old Faithful and the women that he done talked about to you and told you that he didn't want them no more. They want shit, and he's still messing with them same women. Tell you.
Cardi B is one of those women where her life goal is to go reach down in the slums and find the worst of the worst men, compete with other women to have her pedestalize him because she's Cardi B. That literally is who Cardi is. She has no ability to self-validate, self-sustain. Her only time that she feels alive and feels like a woman is when a man that other women won't choose her over them, which has never happened. Okay. So now, if you are going to get divorced and rip your children from their father, you need to be doing this while adamantly having a plan on how your next move will be your best move.
Yes. Honey.
First of all, your youngest child is not even out of diapers and walking yet. That's the reality. Many people date.
She about to break this down. She about to break it on down. I mean, go ahead, girl.
Before divorce is finalized. Having a baby before divorce is finalized is a whole different ball game.
She said many people date before having a divorce finalized, but having a baby, that's a whole nother ball game.
Legally, that's Offset's child. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Divorce, if you have money, divorce don't even take that long. When you see people taking that all on to get that divorce, it's because y'all just want to drag it out. Because if you want to get it done, it could get done. If you have the money to get it done, child, you get that thing done within 30 days.
Yes.
So now you're pregnant with him before you're divorced. So that's Offset baby still by law.
Yeah.
If Cardi wanted to, she could make Offset pay child support for this baby. And you're so dumb for doing this because Cardi now, Offset might possibly, especially since you make more than him and have always made more than him throughout the marriage, does Cardi not understand, girl, by you getting pregnant and you're still within this marriage, depending on the type of judge you have, that judge may see this buffoonery, and that this might be the nail in the coffin to order Offset for you to pay him alimony.
All the money.
Are you not thinking this through? You let this man knock you up? Are you insane? If you're going to leave this, you left your position as wife, broke your 3 kids out the household with their father and your husband, the man that married you. And you ripped your kids out that house to get with another man that you don't even know, who you let cheat still.
Yeah, you happy with
has other children in the oven as we speak.
And he got children he just had.
Won't even claim you in public.
Damn.
I can't. I just can't do this.
I
cannot do this.
Slow.
You leave the
man proves how slow 2 minutes
that at least honored you in having you be number one, the wife, to go be the jump off situationship baby mama to a community peen. Matter of fact, hold on. We had to move to the insane asylum. Back where I'm from in Florida, we call it Lakeside. We tell somebody, boy, you finna go to Lakeside. That means you crazy as hell. Okay, that's where they Baker Act people at. Babe, I had to take us to Lake. So if you're going to break apart your family and divorce and rip your children from their father, honey, you got to make sure that if and when you go to move on and get with somebody else, that man needs to be massively different than the first. Otherwise, sweetie, this is the real advice that no one's supposed to say. This is the stuff that don't sound good. This is not live, laugh, love coded.
Oh, Lord.
But I'm be the one to tell you, baby, listen, stick it out for your children. You lay down and have them kids. You lay down. We ain't never heard of Offset whooping your ass. I'm sorry, baby. We ain't never heard of that. So therefore, sweetie, if you're going to not be with that man and you're going to move on, the next man needs to be massively a complete 180 from him. If that man is so bad and it's so insufferable that you just can't handle it and you must leave, first of all, you need to be single for a while, number one, and let your uterus close back up. Your uterus is still the size of a damn football. Okay. A side note also, men that get you pregnant back to back are trying to kill you, by the way. Men who at least do not let your body heal before knocking you up again, he's trying to kill you. I don't think y'all understand how serious this is. All right. So never mind the fact that you are still in postpartum status from your husband, kept having them babies, hoping it would make him sit down. It is a mental illness to leave a rapper to get with an athlete. It is a mental illness to leave your husband and father of your 3 children, all young kids, to let another man who ain't your husband and ain't their daddy do the same thing to you, sweetie. You would have been better off plugging it out and letting your husband and father of your children in peace. Because, sweetie,
cheat in peace.
If you're going to allow Stefan to have other kids, other women not claim you, what is the point? If you were a wife, wife is your standard. If you tell a man, I'm a wife, I was a wife, I'm divorced, that man already knows, okay, that's her. I can't tell her to go from wife to your side chick or your jump off. Are you kidding me? Why would you mess up your life, your feminine portfolio? Clearly, a man sleeping with other women don't bother you. It can't possibly bother you. So why on earth did it bother you when your husband was doing it? But all of a sudden with Stefan, you're lying, talking about something. I feel so strong. She was in there. She was in that interview talking about he told me that he was going to heal me. If a man ever looked at me and said, let me heal you, I would dump him. Get the fuck out of my face. You're not. Who the fuck is you? When I'm going to touch the hem of your garment and get up and start walking again? You heal your damn self. And she did not. And that is why You have run into the same man again, but worse. Sweetie, if you thought that Offset took you up through there. Oh, sweetie, honey.
Girl, you ain't seen nothing.
You have no idea. You were already complaining that Offset don't see his kids like that.
Y'all, she talking about that unhealed wound. That unhealed wound when you're getting going to date after people for vengeance and revenge, and you're unhealed, you go jump in from the frying pan to the damn pot full of oil, boiling oil. Yeah, I mean, it's worse a situation, y'all. We're not looking at a person looking at the whole 360 picture, not looking at whether she can afford it. That's besides the point. We talking about the spiritual, mental, emotional aspect of this, even the physical. I mean, geez. I mean, you don't open yourself up to more disease because he's making more babies, so that means he messed with more women than Offset was. Damn.
You were complaining that he was cheating. You were complaining about him being gone.
Excuse me.
Mental illness. I have no more words. Now you're a girlfriend. Matter of fact, you're not even a girlfriend. And even if you were, girlfriend don't mean nothing. Girlfriend means you're done. Girlfriend means you have taken yourself off the market while he is still open to explore his options. That's what a girlfriend is. It's one-sided. Okay? Because when men have a girlfriend, that's the whole reason why he hasn't married her, because he's like, that's my girlfriend. However, if I find a girl better than her, I'm going for it. They do that. They don't care about none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So girlfriend already is slow. It's already unnecessary. If you look a man in the eye, if a man say, you my girlfriend, look him in the eye and say, well, what does that mean? He never knows. He'll just sit there and start stuff with, it means you take yourself off the market, but I still keep my options open. That's what it means. If you want to lock it in, he'll marry you. End of story. If it ain't marriage, it don't mean nothing. Okay? So no one will tell you that. That's the advice you're not supposed to give, and that's why I do what I do. That's why I have, the big sister advice, the advice that the average person won't tell you. It don't sound good. They won't want to say it out loud, but it's true. And if I was being a big sister Cardi in this moment, I would have said, girl, stay with your husband. If you gonna get with Stefan, baby, stay with your husband. At least he's your husband. He's the father of all your children. Cardi has never said Offset was a bad dad. So I would have been like, baby, just stay. You know what I'm saying? Just stay. There's absolutely no point. Now you'll be dealing with the same thing that you dealt with Offset, but in Stefan and worse. And that's how it happens when you're always looking to, also it's so dangerous as a woman. When you leave a man, the last thing you should be thinking about is making him jealous. When you leave a man, you should just be like, oh, I'm just so happy he's gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so happy to reclaim my life or my freedom or my safety or my well-being.
Right. You go through.
If anything in you feels as though, oh, I'm gonna get a new man to make my ex jealous, you're not ready for a new man. You shouldn't give a damn what that nigga say or do. Wouldn't give a fuck. Couldn't pay you to give a fuck.
Right. If you feeling like, oh, I am gonna get him back. You don't need to be seeing nobody. You need to be giving your body time to heal, giving your soul and spirit and mind time to heal. Because when you on that get back energy, you know that that's not the energy you should be in. You shouldn't be on no vengeance because you're gonna attract much worse. I say that again. I say that from experience. I mean, I'll tell you, that's anybody. You can be having $1 million to 50 cents. When you on that energy of revengeance, you're not going to attract anything good at all. Sure not.
So the very mere fact that so many of y'all have these kids with these men, you go to move on, and your first instinct is to make him jealous. We see this all the time. We've seen this with Cash Doll, with Tiana Taylor. We see it all the time. These girls have baby with the man don't do what you want, so they go straight into the make you jealous relationship. Stop it. If you were really healed and ready to move on, if you did meet someone new, you would enjoy the relationship, let it grow, let it be what it is. You wouldn't find a need to post it all on social media and make sure your ex knows. If you even care about making him jealous, if you even care whether he knows that you have a new man, then you're just not over him, period. And it might behoove you to sit down for a second and let that ride, let that cook for a minute. Okay. It might be better for you to say, you know what, I'm not ready because I am still looking to make him jealous. And any relationship that you get in with the intention of getting back at him or making him mad will not work. Because the intention behind it is all.
Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find this. I don't know if anybody agree with this, but yeah, she about done anyway. But it's called Demon Time.
So Cardi B has confirmed she is pregnant. She is expecting a baby with Stephon Diggs.
The latest rumor about you is that you are having a baby.
Well, yes, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stephon Diggs.
Finish this phrase. Leave it what?
And this is a trippy network talking about this.
Name something specific. Name something specific.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stephon Diggs.
Diggs. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
I know y'all seen all his teammates said, they asked them that everybody on the team, they said him. They said they would not want their family member to date that man that's Cardi B is pregnant by.
If it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
Finish this phrase. Leave it what?
Yeah.
Rumors going around that Stephon Diggs had an affair with Cardi B while she was 8 months pregnant.
I'm him.
Me and him think the same way. Like, it's like, yeah, we're one of the greatest, but what's next? What we doing again? We do it again. We have to do it again all the time. It's not like we're never like comfortable. We just want to keep doing it. I mean, you know, everybody kept telling me like I should have fun. And we had a little bit of too much fun, and now I'm here. I'm here. We had too much fun.
Because I'm gonna be girl, and that's crazy because you do not gotta have that much. I think she was mad because you remember Offset was saying, "Oh, I'm still your baby daddy. I'm still your baby daddy." She ain't that crazy. What she could have did all the screwing she wanted to and not get pregnant because she knows she just had a damn baby and she's still married. So yeah, that's crazy. Too much fun. That don't mean you too much. You can have a lot of fun and don't gotta make no baby. I don't agree with that. All that too much fun. Then Gail laughing. Gail knows she ain't with that buffoonery. That ghetto ass bullshit.
To be honest with you, it kind of is crazy that Cardi got a kid. And I don't think the ink has been finalized with the divorce. I do think it's crazy.
When she got with Offset, she put that in a Rolls Royce and one of the bad-ass cars. We seen it.
Uh-oh.
She had the blunt already in the ashtray. She had a bag of money. You describing a woman. This a hoe.
Uh-oh.
This a hoe who used to drug men and rob them. So she know how to handle it. This a hoe who done sold. How you think she got him back to the room to drug him? In the name of selling. So broad that's been in the strip club who come up out the strip club. The strip club is where she at. This ain't the regular kind of woman that's gonna be getting you some fall in love. Just I don't think
I don't know about that, but
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Y'all don't know hoes. You don't know a real hoe. A hoe at her age, hoes don't try to hoe forever. She settled down as a hoe. She was not too long ago out of the strip club, a music career.
Well, y'all know Charleston White like these kind of women. He gonna say it at the end. He pretty much I don't agree or disagree with him because you know he gonna say some outlandish stuff. But hey,
you think from the strip club to the music career, she just became a ladylike woman? She was just drugging men. She just was fighting. So she hadn't had children. Most put a baby in a hoe change for the baby. But she still got her hoe ways. She gonna go hoe up on this baby daddy. Y'all don't know a hoe. So a hoe is looking for the right man, whether it's a trick or whoever, that'll change her life. But she'll evolve from what she was. So she'll play whatever role he put her in that's beneficial. Hoes is about benefits. It ain't got about feelings. It's about a benefit with a hoe. So a hoe.
Oh no, I heard they can change. You change them from a hoe to a housewife. You might got a good woman there. I heard men say that. I done heard him say that too. He said he liked them kind of women. Watch what he say on the end.
Put up with way
more. I'm gonna fast forward it. He is crazy.
Than what a woman will put up with for the benefits. A hoe don't care about the feelings.
I'm happy. My man is happy. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this chapter in life. I will tell you, mind your business, this is my business, but it is what it is. I'm a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we all a little bit nosy. But since y'all is in my business, if you team girl, get this vinyl. This is the pretty and petty vinyl, all right? You could get the CD version, but if you team boy, you get the imaginary players version. You know what I'm saying?
Buy my album so I could buy Pampers and diapers and all that type of stuff. I told ya, now go support my album because I'm a mother of 4 now.
Yes.
But no, I just.
So he met her as this rap icon. He ain't no motherly woman. Let me a rap icon. He put a baby in her. We start watching her go from being this to a mama wife. We watching this. So we watching a hoe go from being what she was to a mama and a wife. And being faithful. There's no tabloids. There's no nothing saying she been doing this. It's all on him. He the one. We watching him run back to her on stage, baby, I'm sorry, baby, with the blunt, baby, I'm sorry, baby. She performing. We watching this. We watching this hoe take him back. A woman wouldn't have took all she took public embarrassment and took him back. A woman wouldn't have done it. She would have been gone. She would have been gone. But a hoe, she gonna stay down. With all that public embarrassment she took, a hoe would stay down. A woman, she wouldn't have let Stephon Diggs while she was pregnant with her husband, baby. A hoe will not let Stephon Diggs while she was pregnant with her husband, baby. But a hoe will.
But, you know, I'm kind of skeptical of the rebound factor. You know what I mean? You know, I infamously said, I leave one cheater, get to another. That's not me trying to like throw any shade on her guy. Bro, like when I look up, they said this like 3 other girls pregnant right now. I'm like, yo, this is a breeding factory.
I don't have gag reflex. I think I've been happy within myself even before I conceived. I'm just happy. Someone said I'll be happy if I got some D. TMI, I don't have gag reflexes. So now that I brush my teeth and I brush my tongue, I'm a No, I don't follow them. You know why I don't follow them? I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't follow them. They had said something about me and I like responded to them, and then you know what they told me? I hope your daughter gonna grow up to be a hoe like you.
Oh, look. They say he has kids. How many does he have? It says Stephon Diggs. It said 4 months ago. Stephon Diggs welcomes a baby with an IG model. So he supposedly had a baby with this chick. He's in a paternity dispute with the IG model. Her name's Alina Lopera. She goes by the name Lord Giselle.
They talking about her.
He said he wasn't sure if he was the parent. So that means, yeah, but I thought I pulled out.
Is this real? Oh my God.
Can you?
Okay. Y'all, I have lost this crap. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm about to end this now because I have lost the thing anyway. But I've been up here long enough, so. Oh, I see where to find it at. There we go. Okay, it's still playing. Okay. All right, guys. So that's about to be the end of this. I don't condone like people, I'm pro-life and all of that, but it's a way to do everything. I'm not saying people perfect, but I just don't agree with this stuff they enabling. They got the enablers like the Breakfast Club and Gail King and all of them is pushing this along, and it just seemed like they're trying to influence the young people that this stuff is okay and we need to do better. We need to have higher standards in our community. The kids don't need to think this is okay because the children are our future. We don't need to be celebrating stuff. I don't think she should be stoned or put in the closet, but at the same time, this needs to be talked about as like, yeah, this is something that shouldn't have happened. And it's here and it's going on, but it's nothing that should be celebrated. Like, oh, I made a mistake, and no, you got some issues, sister. Like, you need to go somewhere and sit down and rest and heal, not just spiritually and healing spiritually, but you need to do some healing of your womb. You having too many surgeries and having too many babies with these men that are just abusing. Like, you letting them do this to you, and then you crying wolf. And with this now, you got the devil. You had a demon, now you got the devil. You acting like, he's gonna heal me, and I'm having a baby. This is serious. Like, this is really sad. And they sell it. They need to shut these people down and celebrate. The Breakfast Club be condoning scammers and all that. They should have been to shut them down anyway. Gail King, no, she wouldn't put up with no mess like this, and this is buffoonery. And they're gonna be looking at our people like, oh, that's what they do. They get pregnant and they still married, and it's just she gonna be looking at it. They're gonna be looking at it like, oh, that's in other places. They're gonna look at it as that's how the black women are, and in the US and all that. It's just the industry is putting more bad stereo, and they promoting the album with this and what kind of song somebody done told me today about a song about somebody feeling secure. I feel safe. I don't feel safe for you. You in the public, so I got a right to critique this because you a celebrity. Honey, I don't feel safe because you done jumped from the frying pan to the witch's pot to the hell's flame. This man is having more babies and more sex than your husband was. So you're not safe and you're not secure, and he can't heal you. He really done went with bad intentions, finding somebody to get back at Offset, and you mess up your life and them kids' life, and you're gonna see in the future that this ain't gonna work out well. You're gonna have to explain to these kids why mama was spiraling like this, having relations with me pregnant with my daddy baby. I'm your daddy baby, but she was having relations with me with this other man. Then you had this other baby while you were still married. It's too much. It's just too messy. It should not be celebrated. And this is my son. God is logging out. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday and the rest of your week. I'll be back soon with a video. All right, guys. Support, like, subscribe, and share, and support MAAT'S Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love and bliss to you, and the healing of the womb, the women. Healing, sisters, healing of that womb and shadow work before we jump into these relationships and stuff, and we still ain't got over the mess we was in. The womb healing and the shadow work, and some time to yourself to rest. You need to rest your body. You need to rest that cookie sometimes, and you need to rest that mind, body. And so there ain't nothing wrong with getting off to yourself and working on yourself and healing. It's not. Bye-bye. Love y'all. Unconditional love to you. Protection and healing and divine alignment, that you may have the intuition to know which way to go and how to make you take care of yourself and be safe.